No one in the opposition bench was safe from the Chief Minister's budget reply today. Fabian Picardo drew a comparison between the speeches delivered from both sides of the House. Whilst the government ministers' addresses were filled with actions, he said the opposition's was full of theatrics, errors and negative adjectives, most notably on public finances.
They come here to say that they are better guardians of the public purse, that they spend our money better, but the decisions they make cost more. We would have paid likely 2.75% or more interest than we needed to pay if we had followed the clear advice of Mr. Clinton. I'll come to his words later on. A cool £250 million over 20 years. Add that to the £80 million they would have already incurred in just 5 years of extra costs for diesel, Madam Speaker. Actual loss. You're already at £330 million of difference between their management of our public finances and our management of the public finances.
The differences in their parties was a common theme throughout his reply, with Mr. Picardo pointing out that he has been returned to office 4 times.
Because on this side of the House, we represent progress, we represent investment, and we represent achievement for our people. Where they represent, if their speeches are properly broken down, austerity, job cuts, tax rises, as I will show, using their own words, Madam Speaker.
On the Principal Auditor's report, the subject of controversy during last week's session, he said the government doesn't fear auditing, but welcome it.
The government has absolutely nothing to hide. Nothing. Even the things that we get wrong. Because I have never stood in this chamber to pretend that we do everything right. That regime ended when they were confined to that side of the House. We don't hide our mistakes or our successes. We deal with them.
Taking aim at the opposition leader, Mr. Picardo accused Keith Azzopardi of being dangerous on public finances and hesitant on the treaty.
4 chief ministers, or former chief ministers, know what they think about the agreement for the treaty. We just don't know what he thinks. The Honourable Mr. Azzopardi has become the patron saint of hesitation when it comes to this treaty. I remind him, Madam Speaker, that the last day I invited him for a briefing, which was the 10th of June, and I thought he would come with the Honourable Mr. Clinton and the Honourable Mr. Bossino. He came alone. Maybe the Honourable Mr. Bossino and the Honourable Mr. Clinton were polishing the bingo balls for that night, and they had their bingo. The Deputy Chief Minister and I were receiving the Foreign Secretary on the tarmac at the airport, and they were playing bingo. He said I was spinning that reality. No, Madam Speaker, I wasn't spinning that reality. I couldn't get Lord Cameron to go to Brussels because I was spinning that we were one step away. Or the new Foreign Secretary, David Lammy, with everything that was going on in the world by then. That's not spinning, Madam Speaker. That's doing. And we were that close.
Moving on to Roy Clinton, he said if the GSD had won the election and done his fixed interest deal, it would have cost the public purse £250 million. And he accused Damon Bossino of delivering a speech so bloated with bitterness and starved of substance, it should have come with a health warning. Far from being a unified party, the Chief Minister described the GSD as being divided. And on the other opposition MPs, his verdict was that they either did not know what they were talking about or had gotten the facts wrong.
Despite everything that we have heard here, the reality is that the fortress is secure and all's well. And I commend the bill to the House.
Parliament continues with bills tomorrow at 10.